Boening whitewashing Alexander Kazakis in half an hour, 5-0. So he jumps up to 4th place at the moment. Big improvement, and of course he could make an even bigger one if he wins our next contest. I'm afraid for Omar Al-Shaheen, today all there is to play for is pride. He is 10th and last in this round-robin group. He's got 6 points. He can't qualify for the top 6 who go forward to tomorrow. So he's just playing to maybe try and get into 9th and improve his prize money a little more. For Van Boening, though, a much bigger incentive. So, next on table 1, it is USA against Kuwait. Joining me in the commentary box for this one is Carl Boys. Carl, that was a rapido start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just a start. Shane would want, and he's more than capable of them type of matches. And of course, he stays on this table. So he's going to have a lot of confidence for this match.
Yes, everything was working against Kazakis. He played a couple of really good safeties. His break-off was effective, and he potted some wonderful balls.
Dry break from Omar. Don't believe Shane can get to the potting angle of this one, because I think he would have probably been down on the shot already. I think he's actually going getting his jump stick. So this is very attacking, not interested in the push out.
Extension code.
Yeah, it was very attacking indeed. And is this 2-ball going to come to the rescue? Not really. Over on table 2, Shane's Mosconi Cup teammate. Well, he's about to take a 2-game lead and get himself on the hill. He's got a 9-ball against Albin Ouschan.
Yeah, Skyler Woodward will be relieved with that, because a minute or so ago he missed an open 8-ball on the verge of 4-2. 8 to pay. When they met in the first phase of this round-robin tournament, Van Boening won, but it was a struggle, 5-4.
SVB really is a big-time player, isn't he? He loves this. He lives for this type of day today. Judgment Day. What a leaderboard we've got as well, Phil. It is absolutely stacked at the top with the who's who of 9-ball pool. And me and myself, well, myself and Phil and Michael, we've been waiting for this day as well. As commentators, these days are good for us as well, aren't they, Phil?
Absolutely. Michael actually used the phrase moving day yesterday when we started off. In the end, it was moving together day, wasn't it? Because it all got a little congested at the top. But all of those issues will be determined over the course of the next few hours. 2 sessions for you. On this table, a total of a dozen matches. The question you have to pose, Omar Al-Shaheen, runner-up in the World Nineball Championship last year, well capable of playing the role of spoiler. He could have a big influence on who goes into the top 6, even though he can't make it himself. He's a good guy, Omar Al-Shaheen, and we'll hear from the Kuwaiti right now.
I didn't thought that I'm gonna make it. I was playing okay, but I was telling myself to just keep grinding, and I'm glad today I make it. So now I have to start fresh and again new tournament. I don't think I played my game, not even close to my game. I was struggling a lot, like thinking a lot about like too many things, like improving my game lately. So even during the tournaments, I'm thinking. So that's probably didn't make me play my game. Now I feel like I got my way already. So from now on, I'm gonna try to fight harder and wish for the luck. I think the next stage right now, a lot of pressure, because now like I gotta win like too many matches to make it to the last 6. So I think gonna be hard, not easy, and need luck, and will be a lot of pressure.
Yes, Omar there talking after he had just survived the first phase, and he knew the task was going to be gargantuan. It's been too much, but he can still gain an awful lot of positives from the week in general, and he can finish with a flourish. He can certainly finish this rack off now after the scratch on the break from Van Boening, an otherwise explosive break.
Yeah, and he can also, he can act as a little bit of a spoiler today, can't he? He can cause some upsets. Well, I wouldn't say upsets, obviously. He's a class player. But he can't qualify, so he may as well try and beat some of the players he's got to play today. I've actually been to Kuwait, Phil. We played a tournament there a few years ago. That was actually Jason Shaw's first big major that he won there. He won the Kuwait Open, and real nice place to go. Me and Jason was a little bit bored on one of the days, Phil, and Jason said, do you fancy a game of golf? So I says, yeah, you can do. So he's found this course. We've gone for a game of golf, Phil, and beautiful place it was. Anyway, we plays around, and then later that evening we're at dinner, and I was just working out how much we'd paid for golf. £375 each.
Wow, you could buy a car for that.
Well, Phil, I didn't sleep too well that night, let me tell you.
I hope that Lynette, your better half, isn't listening. She might be rather annoyed about that. You might not have told her yourself. Now, that's the break-off that caused all kinds of problems for Shane. It was a real shame, actually, because the balls were scattered to the 4 winds.
Yeah, another little funny story following that. Obviously, you know Ian Anderson, the WPA president, don't you, Phil? Well, later that week, we convinced him to go for a game of golf at the same golf course, and in the taxi, me and Jason were saying, surely you're getting this, Ian. You know, all the 5% we've paid to the WPA over the years. So we made him feel a little bit guilty. So in the clubhouse, he gets his card out. He says, oh, go on then, I'll treat you. Obviously, he didn't know the cost. About 2 weeks later, I get an email. He's had his bill. He's fuming.
I'm just trying to work that out in terms of cost per hole. It's over £20 a hole.
Yeah, and Ian did win, to be fair. He's a bandit on the golf course, the WPA president.
I saw Ian Anderson play professional snooker when I was in my mid-teens. He played in the World Cup of Snooker for Australia at Hayden Hill Leisure Centre, which is very close to my home in the West Midlands of England. So I actually saw Ian compete.
Well, you're showing your age there, buddy. Omar's clearly in a tricky spot here, isn't he? I think he was first looking to see if he can play a carom to pot the 7. That's very attacking. Maybe the bank goes. Does the bank go past the 4? Can't quite tell. He's looking at something anyway, isn't he? Answers on a postcard. I don't know what Omar played there.
Whatever he did play, didn't work out too badly.
Tidy shot there from Shane. Just kills the cue ball in its place, sends the 2 up table. Omar's going to try and pot this 2 ball in the top left. Watch the cue ball. After it's this first rail, he wants it to contact the top rail before the 2. Yeah, just like so. Often when you do that, you can pot it in the corner or you hit it thin. Shane's got a thin snip. Into the same corner Omar tried, and he's very good at this shot, is Shane. You can just see when Shane was queuing up then, he also uses an extension on the back of his cue. Also uses a very long cue now. You can see how much cue is hanging over his right hand there. That's the extension.
10 seconds.
He needs this to bounce or slow down. Doesn't want to land on the 50-yard line, and he has done.
Shade unlucky that, because it was a really good pot. He knocked in some really good pots in his previous match, but not quite thin enough with that one. Is the 7 ball going to come to his assistance? Yes.
That was super attacking from SVB. It wasn't easy to get on the purple 5. You can see, if he had potted the 4, he's not got a big window at all. It was a brave shot he took on there, and he got a little bit fortunate. Omar's going 2 rails. This is a nice shot if it comes off. Oh, it looks close, Phil. Oh, good effort.
On table 2, the 7th rack was quite lengthy. It was worth the perspiration for Albin Ouschan. He's won it. He trails Skyler Woodward 4-3. Well, he was bridging awkwardly, but really he made a mess of that and provided his own commentary.
Yeah, I want to forget about that one, won't he? Playing the bank shot, and he's made it. Good shot. Was a great run Omar had, wasn't it, last season when he got to the final of the World Nineball Championship. So close in winning that title against Albin Ouschan.
Yes, the longer the tournament went on, the more self-belief he had. He led Ouschan 9-7 in the final. Ouschan won 13-9. And talk about the ups and downs of this league format being graphically illustrated. Shane van Boening could do no wrong in his first match of the day. Now, though, against Omar Al-Shaheen, SVB finds himself trailing 3-0.
Shane van Boening to break, trailing by 3 racks to 0.
Desislava Boshilova announcing the start of rack 4. Shane van Boening, so impressive in our first match of the morning, has been entirely the reverse in the second match. Things just aren't going for him.
Yeah, obviously he missed a crucial 5-ball in that last rack. It could have been 2-1 and you're still in the hunt, so you know, it's not like he's not had chances in this match.
Push out code.
And this is what happens when you're 3-0 down and you're desperate for something to happen. It can often go this way. Usually you do get punished for your mistakes. The pool gods seem to show up.
We might just have seen a really big moment on the other table. Skyler Woodward in play now because Albin Ouschan hung the 4-ball in the jaws of the top right-hand pocket playing down the rail.
Cue ball's close. Wow, look at that. He'll be happy with that. Skyler Woodward, Phil, has just missed that 5-ball that you see over the corner. Here's another look at it.
Start the clock, please.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have gone in. It caught the rail. They should stay up. In professional pool, we don't need to see them falling in like the good old days. This is what creates drama, sorry. And now Albin's got a chance to tie that match up. He was 4-2 down in that match. SVB's at the table on table 1. He's got a chance in this rack. Now the 7 ball is tied up with the 8 for Shane, so that's a big problem. Albin Ouschan, current world number 1, current world champ. You always find a way, don't they, Phil?
And that is one massive match over on table 2, because both of them, Woodward and Ouschan, are both stationed on 13 points. Whoever wins that will make a significant leap. Now this looks simple enough, but jacking up like this, have to make sure you deliver the cue properly.
Needs an angle. He's down quick, trying to force it over. Well, if he can't pot it, he's going to stick the cue ball there, right behind the 8, send the 7 round the table. He's just got to be careful he don't pot the 7 in the bottom left. He's got to be careful he doesn't pot it in the bottom left. I'm surprised he played it that hard, but it's fine. Didn't go in. Omar's just got to try and hit this and hopefully leave Shane some kind of tricky pot. No, he's playing 2 rails, maybe 3 rails off the back rail, just for distance. He'll go close to this, will Omar? Oh, this is nice. Oh, I can't believe it missed.
Bow in hand.
Look, for all the world, it was going to hit the 7 off the back rail.
Start the clock. Oh, shot.
Missed it narrowly on the way down. And we mustn't underestimate the importance of single racks won. Could make a big difference when we do the final calculations this evening. So even if Van Boening can't come all the way back, and of course he can, but winning the odd rack here and there could be valuable. And now his first rack of this match is on the board. Omar Al-Shaheen sees his lead reduced to 3-1. Important stuff going on table 2. The first chance falls to Skyler Woodward. That's what snooker players always say when it comes to a decider. All I want is one chance. And the same applies here.
Yeah, he's got a real thin 2 ball up the rail. This is actually one of Skyler's favourite shots. I've often said over the years, there's not many better players than Skyler Woodward at these shots where they're really thin up the rail. I mean, it looks easy, but you've got to hit this thin. It's very easy to butcher this shot. Cue ball's position's going to be awkward too. Look, clean as a whistle. Really is good at that shot.
Rack 5, Omar Al-Shaheen to break, leading by 3 racks to 1.
We might pop back over there when it gets a little closer to the...
Fabulous break there. The cue ball. And this is a good chance. He's got a shot on the red 3. The 5 ball's his next ball. This is a real nice split for Omar. These are the dream splits to get yourself on the hill in any pool match. He's obviously playing with a lot of freedom as well.
I always think that's a really interesting component of league play in any sport. If you're out of the reckoning. You have got that freedom. There's no real pressure, whereas, of course, Van Boening, being right in the thick of things, has got a much greater burden of pressure. Omar Al-Shaheen leads 4-1.
Yeah, he's on the hill. And I'll tell you who else is on the hill. Skyler, Woodward and Albin. It's 4-4. It's a last rack shootout. And this is what he's faced with. He actually potted a good 5 ball. Couldn't really get better on this 6. This is a thin one. This is not easy at all. Oh, it's in the middle of the pocket. Where's the cue ball? Needs to stop. Well, he's going to be delighted with that. He knew that 6 ball was the big shot in this rack. The rest took care of itself. Yesterday, Skyler Woodward, he lost his first match, then won his next 4. He's playing some beautiful pool.
Yes, he won only 7 of his first 13 matches. Since then, his production rate of victories has been outstanding. The 9 ball for a vital victory call.
This will move him up to 14 points, tied with Joshua Filler. Now, fair enough, he's played 2 more games, but he is really in the mix. And the victory's there for Skyler Woodward. 5-4 over the world champ.
Yes, and Albin Ouschan's swoon continues when you think he's now played 20 matches. When he played 10, he'd won 10. Now he's played 20, he's won 13. So only 3 of the last 10 have gone in his direction.
SVB, nice break. He's got a shot at the 2 ball. All he can do is make his opponent actually run a rack or keep him under pressure. Shane knows this. He's been in these situations, well, more times than any pool player alive. That was a little thick. Didn't pot it as clean as he would have liked, but he's okay. Needs a good shot here. Yeah, this is real nice now. Looks like this game's going to go 4-2. Just needs to take care of this and get nicely on the 6. Yep, that's good enough. SVB stays alive in this match.
And worth noting, Carl, he has completed a comeback from 4-1 down in the tournament already against Kelly Fisher. The message from Milton Keynes: do not write off Shane Van Boening in this match. Yes, it's a tough task, but he's not out of it yet. Omar Al-Shaheen leads 4-2. Is it going to be double delight on a Sunday morning for Shane Van Boening?
Omar Al-Shaheen to break on
Well,
the hill.
if he's going to win this match, he has to win the last 3 racks. And he has to win 2 of them against Omar Al-Shaheen's break.
Yeah, so that basically means he's got to get to the table. And he might get to the table in this rack, because unless Omar can pull off something special, it's not going to be easy. I think he's playing safe. He's going to roll a 1 towards the 5 off the right rail and split the cue ball down the bottom left. That's what he first looked at anyway. Table 2, Joshua Filler, David Al-Qaedi. They're just starting that match. If you want to sweat that action, head over to matchroom.live. Well, why not just whack it on your iPad and watch both tables at once?
Al-Qaedi desperately needs a win there. As for Filler, if he were to win that match, he'd move back onto 15 points alongside Jason Shaw.
That's all Shane could ask for, a bit of distance. You never know quite where the balls are going to finish. A lot of the times when you're kicking, you're just trying to create distance. That means Omar's got to pot a long ball. And pot it he has done. Cue ball's going close to the left centre. It's going close. He just catches the point.
That's one of the really good things about these middle pockets being so tight at that angle, at that acute angle. To going off would be particularly cruel.
You can just clearly see Omar's playing with pure freedom. He's running around the table. He's getting down on the shot quick. Oh, this is perfect. He's bumped the 7. Look, straight down on the shot.
Just tweaked on that running side to come off a second cushion. Differing fortunes on this Sunday morning for Shane Van Boening. Off to a flyer. And as Omar continues to play expansively, he could be about to face quite a surprise defeat.
Yeah, it was a poor shot he played, but I think he's just playing exhibition pool now. It's a good putt in the end on the 8. And he's not too bad on this 9 ball. This for a nice win over the 5-time US Open champion.
Shane Van Boening took a big step forward and then a step back. 2 matches played for him, only 1 victory. He's just suffered a 5-2 defeat by Omar Al-Shaheen. The first 2 matches this morning over in a shorter amount of time than the first match yesterday. The pace of play is quickening up and the importance of play is most certainly intensifying. More pool after the break. Omar Al-Shaheen takes on Mieszko Faczynski.